Hey everyone, it's Jennifer from stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com, and today I want to show you a couple of different ways to watercolor. Um, I've stamped these images with a brand new stamp set. This is actually a Hostess set from the new catalog called Simply Sketched, so you can get that stamp set free when you host a party that is $150 or more. Okay, so I've stamped the images in black StazOn. This is actually the ink I recommend anytime you need to stamp in black. Black StazOn is the best, and we carry the ink refill for this as well, so you'll never need a new black StazOn pad. So I recommend that. And then you stamp your images in black. This is watercolor paper. So this is going to be your best choice for watercoloring. But then a next best choice that is a little less expensive is our Naturals White cardstock. It's just a little thicker than Whisper White. You can use Whisper White also. You just can't keep painting over and over because the paper will curl up. The watercolor paper won't. Okay, so let's start with this one first, and I have a few choices here to show you. But my favorite is the Aqua Painter. So when you purchase this, you get 2 Aqua Painters for $16.95. You unscrew the bottom here and you put water inside, and there's 2 because there's a small and large. I think I have the small one here. You will squeeze the thing here to make the water flow through to your brush, and if you have too much water, or if you squeeze too hard, just dry it off a little bit with on a paper towel. And then you take your stamp pads. This is a brand new color, Strawberry Slush, a brand new ink color. Press the bottom and you will have ink in the lid, and that's your paint. So everything can match. This can match your Strawberry Slush cardstock, designer paper, marker, and so on. So you're going to pick up a little bit of ink here. You can make it lighter over on the side or get really dark there. You can even drop the re-inker in here if you need it really dark. And you just start painting with it. I am not a professional artist by any means, so I don't have all the really cool highlighting tips, but I copy sort of okay, and so I just try to copy what I see on other samples where they're darker and lighter. Some tips I've heard though is leave some white spaces. It makes it look better, more highlighted. And really, if you're not good at this, I just recommend you get on whatever sample you're copying. Just put the dark spots where they put them. That's it though. Look how fast and easy that was. If I wanted to add more colors to this, I would just clean my brush off on the paper towel until it's running clear, and then switch to my next color. So Aqua Painter is my favorite way to color images in. The next one I'm going to show you is the blender pen, and this one is pretty cool as well. You get 3 blender pens for $9.95. They all have 2 tips that are exactly the same. You only need to use 1 tip when you're working. So these blender pens are going to last you forever. You can even order them and share with a friend. You know, or 2 friends, each of you get 1. I'm going to do the same thing, press. This is a new color called Baked Brown Sugar, a new in color. Can't wait till you can order those on May 31st. So this one is more like a marker tip, less like watercoloring. But you're going to do the same thing here. Go to your ink there, and again, it's more like a marker. You're going to need to add ink back to this tip a little more often than the Aqua Painter. But you can get more detailed, more precise, and it's just a different look. So really it depends on what you like, which product you like better, the look you like better, maybe price, you know, whatever you want to base it on. And sometimes I like one better than the other depending on the project. With this one, just bring in some scratch paper, and you want to gently drag it on scratch paper until you don't see color coming off anymore. So it was dirty there, now it's clean. Now I could switch to red, green, purple, blue, whatever. So I only need this 1 tip no matter how many colors I'm putting on my one project. So like, that's what I mean by it'll last you forever, because there's 2 tips that are exactly the same, and you get 3 pens with 1 purchase. And you want to store these in all your markers laying down flat instead of up or down one way or the other, so the ink is evenly distributed. Okay, so let me show you some cards made with these projects. So here is the one with the flower. We made this actually at my sneak peek day with my demonstrators recently, and I love it. You can see it's colored a little differently than the sample I showed you, and I added the green. It's a new color called pistachio. I forgot the second part of it, but it's pistachio. And this greeting comes with the hostess set as well. And then this one here is the bird sample. And this one, by the way, they both use a couple of new designer papers. This one also, that greeting comes with the same stamp set. And so there's the little bird. And then here's a third one we did with the same stamp set. But on this one, I just colored in with a marker. So I stamped an Old Olive and colored in with a Marina Mist marker. So that's another option you have for coloring as well. Just use your markers. And of course we carry markers in all our colors too. And then one last little thing I wanted to show you guys is I stamped the same image in Marina Mist stamp pad. You can take your blender pens, and after you've stamped in regular ink, which does bleed, by the way, I forgot to mention, stays on, is permanent, and it won't bleed. That's why it's great for watercoloring. This ink will bleed if it gets wet, so you can see the bird is a little bit bluer now. So that's a really cool thing with your blender pens. They can also be used, we don't sell them anymore, but to blend watercolor pencils, watercolor crayons, anything that's blendable, you can blend it with your watercolor, your blender pen. So I think that's all I have to show you today, but I hope that taught you a little bit about watercoloring, and I hope you'll come back and visit me to learn more. And especially, I know y'all want to get this hostess set. It's easy to host a party. You can do a virtual party. You never have to see me, and you can do a live party as well. And one last quick little thing, I have my new catalog kickoff June 1st, so if you are local here, these are some of the projects we're going to be making. I love these new gift boxes we sell in the new catalog, and this is one of the projects we're going to make. And then I love our new This and That product line, and so we're going to be making a journal with that as well. We're actually making 6 projects total. That's just 3 of them. And you can get information on all this stuff at my blog, stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com. Thank you.